Today's topic, it's about oily scalp. So what caused it? Is there a cure for oily scalp? What is the difference between sweaty scalp and oily scalp? Well, in order to find out, you have to stay tuned. So let's go! So let's discuss some of the causes for an overly active sebaceous glands, causing you to have really bad oily scalp. Number one, hormonal imbalance. It's obvious, I get it every month. I have really oily scalp which has dandruff, causing me to have dandruff and breakouts for like a week or so, and then I don't have it for half a month and I'll have it for half a month. So that's how my life is. Hormonal changes, so puberty, menopause, all these things would affect it. Number two, genes. Yep, you have inherited genes from your mom or your dad. If they have very oily skin, with open pores, then you may have the same problem like them. Like for me, I have oily skin, and the good news or the bad news is it's not going to change. If you're born with oily skin, you can only use the products to help to balance it out, but you can't change it. The only time your oily skin changes for good is during some major change like menopause. That's when you see a great drastic change in terms of your oily skin or your oily scalp. If not, you kind of have to live with your oily scalp for the rest of your life. So one of the third causes for having very active sebaceous glands or oily scalp, it's overwashing. Yep, I know, right? When you're feeling like oily, you feel a bit dirty and you want to wash your hair. And I know of people who wash their hair 2 or 3 times a day, and that's way too much. It's just too much. And they do it for many reasons. Habitual, when they wake up, they want to wash their hair. When they reach home, they want to wash their hair. In between, they may have exercise, they go to the gym, they wash their hair. So they wash their hair 3 times a day, and that's absolutely too much, because what happens is when you overly wash your hair, it's like the blotter effect. You know, the sebum starts to produce even more because you washed out everything that's needed. We do need sebum on our scalp, we do need sebum for our hair, but we don't need so much of it. So using the right product which helps to control the sebum is good enough versus washing it very often, because the more you wash and you have no more sebum left, the sebaceous glands goes, oops, we need more sebum, we are too dry, and they produce even more. And the more you wash, the more it produces. So it's like a vicious cycle that doesn't end. Just think about it like the blotter. We used to love the blotter paper, then we realized it doesn't really help. It only helps us for the first few seconds or first few minutes, and after that, it becomes oilier and oilier and oilier. So it's the same effect. We really shouldn't overwash our hair. I know Singapore or Southeast Asia is very tropical and you get very sweaty. There's a few ways to control it, okay? Number one, if it's habitual to have water running, just have plain water running over your hair versus using a shampoo. Try to wash your hair at most once a day. My recommendation is once in 2 days. Using a great product would help you to not wash so often, and it's most ideal. I have very oily scalp which also gets dandruff. I would wash my hair once every 1.5 days. So meaning I may wash my hair in the morning today, and the next wash will be tomorrow night, and then the next one will be the following day morning, etc. So it's like a 36 hours difference, you know. And I think it's quite a good practice for me, so that I would not have overproduction of sebum and my scalp still gets very clean. And with the right product, my hair doesn't get oily or limpy in the afternoon, which I used to have. So that's what I recommend for you to do. Do not overwash your hair. Who here enjoys a nice head massage? Yeah, whether you go to the massage parlor or you go to the hairdresser, when you get a wash and blow, they tend to really massage your head. It feels so good. I love it. I love it so much, but until I realize how bad it is for my oily scalp. I'm not sure all of you know, but when you go to a facial, to do your facial, they always tend to give you a face massage as well. But once the therapists see that you have breakouts or really oily skin, they do not give you face massages, because by doing so, it will stimulate more sebaceous glands production and causing you to have a worse breakout. So they will always refrain from giving you face massages. And most they just do some kind of like a pinpoint acupuncture point massage, but they cannot do a full-blown massage for your face. Similarly to your scalp, if we're going to massage our scalp a lot, we will stimulate the sebaceous glands to produce even more. And you end up having a very oily scalp after you leave the salon or the massage place. So sorry to tell you, you may have to refrain from strong, frequent head massages if you do not want to have very oily scalp. When you shower and wash your hair, do you use cold water or do you use really nice hot water when you shower? Most of us love and enjoy a nice hot shower. Yes, keep it to your body. Try not to put it on your hair and your scalp, because it's so bad for our scalp. You know, it causes the scalp to open up, the pores, and more sebaceous glands will just pour out. You know, just like how when we do facial, they use a warm or hot mist on your face so that the pores can open up for them to do extraction. So we do not want that for our scalp. So the best, if you can, don't put hot water directly onto your hair. It's bad for the hair, it's also bad for the scalp. So maybe just try lukewarm, preferably cool water for your scalp and your hair. The sixth cause for overly active sebaceous glands really boils down to stress and insufficient sleep. I personally have suffered from it. When I don't have enough sleep over a few days, when I'm very stressed, my scalp becomes really oily. Yeah, because again, it's the way the body produces to protect us. So then it starts to overproduce when we're not getting enough rest and we're overly stressed out. So these are also some factors which does not help us with our oily scalp. That's all I have for you today with regards to oily scalp. If you like what you've heard and you've learned something, please like and share and follow me, and feel free to write to me or ask me any questions. Alright, till then, I'll see you very soon. I'm Lynn Tan, your hair care guru. Bye bye.